Hello, my name is Nitrate Nether, and today I'll be showing you how to increase your gear score in the Division 2. Now, there are 5 world tiers. In each world tier, there is a cap of what gear score you can get. So, World Tier 1, the max is 300 gear score. World Tier 2, the max is 350. World Tier 3, the max is 400. World Tier 4, the max is 450. And World Tier 5, the max is of course 500. So now that we got that out of the way, the baseline for all of these tips I'm about to give you in a second is basically just to play the game. If you do these tips and you just play the game normally in each one of these world tiers, eventually it will drop loot and it will get higher and higher until you reach the max. You basically just do the strongholds and you reach a higher tier. Simply just play the game and eventually you will get high enough loot where you can actually get to a higher tier and get even higher score loot. Now let's get into what you can actually do in the game to actually get that good loot. Now the game will drop high gear depending on what your best gear is. Now this doesn't mean that you have to actually equip your best gear, like you have to have it on you all the time for the game to drop the best loot. Well, that's not how it works. As long as you have that best gear in your inventory, or it's in your stash, or you have it equipped, as long as you have it in those 3 things, the game will drop the best loot it can provide for you based on the gear score of the loot that you have. Tip 2 is to upgrade your crafting bench. Now each world tier you will have to upgrade it so that way if you craft a gun or a vest, that it will actually drop to the gear score required of that world tier. If you are a world tier 2, for example, and you do not upgrade your crafting bench, you will get tier 1 loot and you will not get tier 2 loot. So that's why it's very important for you to upgrade your crafting bench. Tip 3, invade missions. Invade missions is another great way to actually get the best loot and get high gear score. Invade missions are basically playing the same main missions over and over on a higher difficulty. You can actually play some of them on heroic, and that is the hardest difficulty, but that also gives you the best loot. Tip 4, you can actually do strongholds. Doing strongholds actually will give you some pretty good loot, and the way to unlock strongholds is to complete the 2 invade missions required to actually unlock the stronghold. Tip 5, don't forget to check out the vendors. The vendors will sell you great loot. They always sell the best loot, so make sure to actually check out the vendors because you never know what you're going to find. Tip 6, bounties. You can get bounties from a guy called Otis Skies. When you start a bounty, you get 15 minutes to get to the location and start fighting. When you finally get there, the timer stops until you kill the enemies. If you die, you'll fail, and it will have to be reassigned to you. And to actually get a bounty, you will have to actually get intel. You can get intel by doing control points, just killing random enemies, and just doing random events. But you can also get bounties for free from a snitch. Now a snitch, he travels around the map, and if you can find him, talk to him, and he will assign you a lucrative bounty. Now when you talk to the snitch, he will actually unlock a secret vendor for you to actually travel and go to, and her name is Cassie. And Cassie you buy from her the best gear score loot depending on your world tier, but the loot is very expensive, so make sure to save up because that's a very good way to get gear score loot. That's all the tips that I have. The tips were very simple, not hard at all, never really complicated. It was never that complicated to get high gear score in the game. All you have to do is just play the game, put your head down and grind, and you will eventually get to max gear score, which is 500. Not that hard. Don't overcomplicate complicated. Don't overthink it. Make sure to leave feedback down below in the comments. Maybe I said some things wrong, but I am 100% that I didn't say anything wrong. Pretty sure my information is very accurate, but I'm still open. Maybe some things that I should have added in the video. Anything is available in the comments for you to say. Please just comment down below, and peace out.